This video is about your ideal dataset. Well, suppose your goal or objective is that the average consumption of fuel per trip per week must decrease with 5% within a year. So you need data. So we're going to measure, categorize or label things. Where do we measure things of? Of a ride. So that's in the first column. Each ride gets a number, a unique number. What do we measure of a ride? Well, that's in the second column, the range. And the scale unit is kilometers, not miles. We also measure the liters of fuel used, not gallons. And we want to know per week what the usage was. So in the fourth column, we record the week in which a ride took place. In the fifth column, the calculated kilometers per liter is recorded. But I want to know more. I want to know what the outside temperature was during the rides because I think it might influence the performance. The car measures the outside temperature and I record it in the column. But I also want to know who the driver was because I think it might influence the objective. And I want to know what the average speed was. It could have an influence as well, right? I also record the tire pressure at the start of a ride. And I want to know who the supplier of fuel was. So I categorize or label the supplier. And this is my ideal data set. Based on this, I can monitor the performance considered the objective. And I get a feeling, I get an insight in what factors might influence the performance, like the driver or the average speed. And you must be capable of designing such an ideal dataset concerning your objective. And when you can give this ideal dataset to your colleagues, for example, of an IT department, then you're in control and you can ask them, can you deliver me this data? So my advice would be that you draw up an ideal dataset in Excel or in Minitab and practice with dummy data what you can do with that ideal dataset. Can you draw up a histogram? Can you make a line chart? Things like that. So it's very important that you are capable of designing your ideal datasets and that you must know what do I want to measure, and it should be in the title of a column what you measured, and the scale unit should be in the title. For example, liters instead of gallons or kilometers instead of miles.